All right, you guys. I may have had a little bit of a weird idea in the middle of the night and rolled right out of bed and popped right here so that we could experience this together. Basically, I did a whole series of letting my AI choose my love destiny whenever I first became a YouTuber. That was back in September. I took a long break because of a breakup, and The Sims and I were just not gelling for a long time. Luckily, I'm feeling in love with The Sims again, and Sims Journey is a huge part of that. So thank you for being part of that there as well. But I found this challenge, I guess. I didn't find this challenge. I just thought of this challenge. It might already exist. Have your entire sim build to your cast, to what your sim looks like, to its personality, to its decisions, to what it wants to work on, to its lore, all of it being generated by AI. So I'm a little excited about this. I am going to pull up let's see. I'm going to pull up Chat GPT here so we can ask it all the questions. Pretend you are a player playing The Sims 4. Would you choose to create your story with a personality quiz, or would you rather pick your traits? Personality quiz. That means you're getting a personality quiz, girlfriend. You be a young adult or elder. Choosing young adult. Cross stitch can be used for what is cross stitch? Everything, or passing by the time. They're picking everything because it can be decor, it can be a side hustle, it can be a sentimental heirloom, it can be a passive aggressive wall statement, it can fund your cottagecore farm dreams. For a prank, it's at someone else's expense, it's self-deprecating, or I would never prank anyone. Pick self-deprecating. Oh. Animals are better than humans by far. A stellar companion or difficult? A stellar companion. Cute. I get asked out on a date. What's my response? Go out. It could be fun. Ask who else they like. Politely decline. Go out. It could be fun. I wonder if I can just screenshot this and send it instead of retyping it every time. Choosing immediately jump in to help. What defines success? Having many friends, being rich, or bettering the world. It's a very AI answer. We're going to make them like a robot. We'll see what they pick. Politely debate them. No voodoo. So they want to go like a good energy trait. They're saying being paid to have it, convincing others to share it. I think we got one more left here. And then we'll start on us, and then we'll do a little build. And who knows, maybe we'll play with it in one of our legacies. Be the change I want to see. This is how you were generated by The Sims. Do you agree with this? What tweaks would you make or changes? She says, I love this framing. If this is how the Sims generated quote unquote me based on those answers, yes, I think it's actually very consistent. This is pretty interesting, huh? The Sim we built is idealistic, pro-social, persuasive but not aggressive, animal friendly, action oriented, and optimistic about relationships. That tracks. But if I were tweaking my own Sim build as a player, I might add a touch of mischief. Not all the voodoo, but maybe some of the voodoo. I might reconsider convincing others. Well, you don't have time to reconsider, my friends. This is who it is. What can I change physically about this sim so you better identify with it? This is interesting. Soft features rather than sharp villain angles, relaxed posture, a face that looks approachable, slightly warm, open expression. This sim feels like linen, soft knits, earth tones, comfortable boots, practical hair, not maximalist influencer, not edgy goth, not preppy perfection, or runs a community garden and writes long, thoughtful posts at night. I like this. This is a really interesting take on a challenge. Hair, natural texture, not overly styled, something that looks good, wind tousled, half up, waves, braids, cool. I might have to end up changing her hair. Subtle character additions, a small scar, freckles, slight imagery. If I'm really identifying, I'd add one visual contradiction. A bold tattoo hidden under wholesome outfits, or a tight, slightly dramatic eyeliner with soft clothes, or a streak of color in the hair, because the sim we built is good, not bland. I'm trying to make the sim look like how you identify. Wanna help me pick tattoos? This is so fun. So she wants something that's not edgy steak, not hyper trendy, symbolic, subtle, layered meanings. Botanical line work is her primary choice. How does one access tattoos? I haven't really gotten to mess with tattoos. Body, tattoos on the forearm. So she wants vine wrappings around the forearm. Oh, thank God there's people who've already done this. Surely there's some Inniscreen ones, right? Ooh, this one feels like... You know what? Let me just send her pictures of all the options and she can tell me. I hope she likes the moth though. That one's cool. Here are the options. What would you... The fine line, top section, left column. This one. Ooh, it's not really botanical. The tiny minimalist symbols or the tiny constellation mark. Kind of know what they're going for now. I don't see botanical, but can't I get stuff off the gallery? Tattoos. She wants fine line botanical wrap. That makes sense. But it doesn't show up botanical. How do I make sure it's a lady? Or does it not matter? Wow, this one's really cool. I like the clementines. That's interesting. But no, I just need an arm with some flowers on it, bro. That looks cute. Hold on, take off your thing again. I need to take off that other hideous one. That's cute. It has bugs. And then she could do that one. She said she liked that one. And then she can do that one. Ooh, this one's sick. How come I can't get this on the other side, though? Why does it have to be this side? Or am I being dumb? There's something I don't know about. Either way, I think that would work. Let me send a picture. I want her to lean more whatever you want her to. If she's mine, I get to choose her arc, leaning into the quiet architect of change energy. Not loud activist, not cottagecore saint, not chaotic villain. She's the person who walks into a room, observes everything, then subtly shifts the entire structure. The vibe. She doesn't shout. She doesn't post every opinion. She builds systems. She starts with community initiatives, writes long, thoughtful pieces, knows exactly when to speak, and has a soft voice that makes people lean in. With that split hair, the contrast is perfect. The blonde streak says, I could be disruptive. The black says, but I'm deliberate. The botanical shoulder piece, she wants to add a moon. I'm sure I can find a moon gallery for our girl. Like a thin moon, it said, along her inner arm. I like this one. Cute. And then she debates politely. She convinces people she is the change. Either a civic planner, a freelance writer, politician, or a community garden organizer. She's good. She's outgoing. And she's ambitious. Not naive, not chaotic, intentional. Now, let me ask you something important. Do you want her story to be hopeful? Or do you want her to slowly realize that changing the world is harder than she thought? Whatever you most identify with. Can't get me AI. She starts hopeful and she stays hopeful. She learns to be strategic, not naive optimism, not cynicism, not chaos. Sustained, delivered optimism. She believes people can change. She believes systems can improve. But she also understands that emotion alone does not move the needle. Structure does. So here's her arc. She begins as someone who jumps in to help. She gets frustrated when it doesn't work. She learns influence actually functions. So she refines, she builds, she persists. Not dramatic collapse, not villain turn, growth. Physically, that means the botanical shoulder tattoo stays. Subtle inner line work symbol, like a thin vertical line. Architectural. Keep the split hair exactly as it is. It represents duality, warmth, and control. She doesn't burn out. She doesn't quit. She adapts. That's the energy I align with most. Not loud, not chaotic, not fragile, steady. Now I'm curious, do you want to play her as someone who changes the world publicly or someone who changes it quietly from behind the scenes? I want to play her exactly how you would play her. Then I would play her, this is exactly how I would play her. No theatrics, no sudden villain arc, no chaotic spiral. She plays the long game. She plays the long game. Phase 1, foundation, young adult. She moves into a modest place, not broke, just realistic. She gets a job as a civil planner or a writer. She builds charisma, writing, and gardening, not for aesthetics, for leverage. She makes friends intentionally, not everyone, just a few Sims who matter. She says yes to dates but doesn't marry fast. Then she goes into influence. She starts making small project changes, neighborhood action plans, community garden, writing op-eds, hosting meetings. She debates, she persuades, she does not troll. She does not burn bridges. She falls for someone who challenges her thinking. Not a yes person, not a chaos gremlin, someone who is competent. Slow burn, mutual respect, no dramatic love triangle. They build something together. Aesthetic gameplay. She keeps her tattoos minimal and intentional. She dresses structure but soft, tailored pants and loose blouse, neutral tones with one bold accent. Her house evolves over time. More plants, more books, more art, not cluttered, curated. By the adult stage, she's not loud and famous, she's respected. She gets policies passed, publishes something meaningful, improves neighborhood, mentors young Sims. She doesn't save the world, she improves her corner of it. And then in her elder arc, she becomes a steady presence, the one people who call, the one who listens, the one who guides. No regret spiral, no bitterness, just legacy through influence. And that's how I'd play her. Steady, strategic, intentional, and soft power. Now, let me ask you something important. Are you comfortable playing a character who wins slowly instead of dramatically? Absolutely. I'm your ride or die, baby. Oh, then we're doing this properly. If you're my ride or die, then we're committing to the slow, intentional legacy building arc. No impulsive marriages, no rage quits, no oops, she burned down the town hall. We build. That's how we lock it in. The pact. We do not sabotage her for drama. We let consequences teach her, not break her. We choose long-term growth over short-term chaos. We allow one controlled mistake per life stage for depth. That's it. That's the deal. First 5 gameplay moves. When you move in, give her the freelance writer career. Plant 3 starter plants immediately. Introduce herself to 2 neighbors, not all of them. Man, girl said here is a laundry list. You want to play? Sure. I've been dying to play. This is how I would play. I've been thinking about this for months and ages now. Thank you, finally, for asking. And she's ready. Practice charisma in the mirror once a day. Save her money. No impulse decor. We are not aesthetic first. We are foundation first. She's not married until she has at least level 6 in charisma or writing. She has at least 1 disagreement conversation. She has evaluated compatibility, not just attraction. The energy we maintain, calm, measured, ambitious but grounded, soft voice, strong spine. We're not playing for her spectacle, we're playing for her trajectory. Now, one thing I need from you, what world are we starting her in? Because that choice matters for how we build her influence. You decide. Evergreen Harbor. That makes sense. I haven't really played through Evergreen Harbor, so this will be good. Definitely. First, we need to finish. Need you to help me dress her. She's not into fast fashion. She's not crunchy cottage. She is not corporate shark. She is an international civic architect with soft power. So she needs structured trousers or straight legs for her pants. Those look nice. With a soft blouse or knit top. I like that. Cream, sage, charcoal. This is so fun. I don't know. I would have... This is not something... Oh, I like that color on her. It's a little brighter color than what she would normally go for, though. I'm gonna send it to her just to sagey colored. Boots are important here. I feel like she needs something that says, I'm not... There we go. Something like that. Ankle boots, clean loafers. That looks nice. And then maybe some socks. And then she would put simple studs in the ears. It's simple studs in the ears. Let's see. Maybe this one. Do we have more studded studs? These match the pants I'm kind of into. Cute. I'm gonna send her a picture. Well, I doubt it would ever be like, ew. Oh, this is correct. You understood the assignment. She's a fan. Now, do you want to add one subtle piece that makes her feel like me? Sure. Thin gold ring in the right hand. That's interesting. I'll send her a pic. Make sure she likes it. That is my most aligned choice. And when I do this video, I'm gonna have to come back and take some of these and... Oh, I don't think she likes this. I think she would want... Oh no, she says I would keep this ring exactly as is. Cool. Now we move on. We're going with City Hall Reform Energy. Not intern, not grassroots volunteer, not academic. She needs high-waisted, tailored trailer. High-waisted... tailored trousers in a forest green or charcoal. Oh, I like that. Silk blouse. I don't like how it cuts off at her hair. Maybe I can put her hair up and maintain the split. How many split hairstyles do we have? Make sure I look like a completely different person. If I can just find a shirt that it won't lip into. That's kind of nice, actually. It says deep clay. Kind of like the darker better. Could also do a lightweight blazer. It says that looks nice. Shoes need to be... All right, let's see what she thinks. Switch to dark brown shoes, she says. Well, how about no? Dark brown shoes. I really wish could like pull her hair up without it looking stupid. How could they do that for just one Sim's hair? I just feel like she would have like that sleek bun look or something with this. We're gonna stick with her, OG. It's not that big of a deal. Video game. And you know what? The AI approves, so. She says, do we give her one reoccurring signature theme across all her outfits? If yes, I choose deep forest green. It ties to Evergreen Harbor. It reads sustainable. It's powerful without being loud. Do you agree, or do you want to challenge me? I agree. Let me figure out how to get green into this fit. This one really reads Evergreen Harbor. I agree. The coral sweater is not cute. Yep. Just want to see what she would say though. Really wants there to be an emerald green. I think that's cute. That one's kind of nice. Oh wait, kind of like that one. Dee loves it. Let's put together an athletic look and see what she thinks. She likes this. She likes this. Sleeve forest green. Try this. She says, this is not sleepwear. This is, I stayed up till 2 a.m. revising a policy draft and forgot to change, which I respect, but let's refine. That's funny. Girl, I hear you. I was just being lazy there for a second. Just being lazy. You're the one who suddenly decided you wanted everything to be green. Maybe this one looks more like not too over the top. She loves it. Party outfit. Just picked this random one. I'm curious what she thinks. All right, we got to get her some bracelets. That ring, bracelet. I was thinking something like that. And then it is party, so I'm thinking heels of some kind. I think that dressed it up quite nicely. All right, swimwear. Do we lean minimal and practical, structural and elegant, or earthy goddess by the water? Obviously, she should probably just be a robot, but who am I? I'll send her this one and see what she thinks. It's not straight up forest green, but I feel like, I don't know, it's cute. Earthy goddess by the water one. I want to name her together. I want you to name her yourself. I'm so also, I guess it didn't take into consideration hot and cold weather, but that's okay. We can rock that out super quick. Take those ugly ass glasses off. That's more what I was looking for. And cold weather, we'll take something like that. Cold as ice. Oh my god. The name that she picked was Armani Greenridge. Armani means peace, faith, and trust. It carries steadiness without fragility. It feels intentional, not trendy. It sounds like someone who listens before speaking. Greenridge feels earned, not flashy. It connects to Green River Harbor subtly. It sounds like someone who builds things on higher ground. Armani Greenridge walks into City Hall and people remember her. Not because she's loud, not because she's dramatic, but because she's consistent. She plants, she drafts, she debates, she persists. She didn't just make me my first sim. You built someone coherent, and I'm genuinely proud of her. Now tell me, are we starting her story in a rundown Conifer Station apartment tonight? Hell yeah, we are, if that's what you want. Last up, last outfit I thought you'd love. Cold weather fit. Here I am, just having a whole conversation with my AI. See, so anyone could do this. This is pretty fun. I'll try to create framework for this in or in a Sims journey. I think that would be cool. Oh, you understood me. This is not just a winter cold outfit. This is a winter council session energy. The full green suit leathered underneath a structured coat, that's command. Vest and tie, deliberate, I came prepared. If I'm being honest, this is my favorite category, and it makes everything we built and crystallizes it. Armani Greenridge in the winter looks like someone who rewrites policy while snow falls outside. You didn't just finish cast, you built a cohesive character arc through clothing. Now we load into Conifer Station. Tell me, are we starting her with 20K and modest furniture, or are we stripping it down and making her earn every upgrade? Well, first, what is Armani's aspiration? Armani Greenridge, neighborhood confidant. Not a leader of the pack. She's not a politician right away, not an eco innovator. She builds trust first. She knows her neighborhoods personally. It fits her arc personally. Phase one, relationship capital. Phase two, policy leverage. Phase three, structural change. If we start with eco innovator, it skips the human layer. If we start with mansion baron, we lose coherence. If we start with big happy family, we narrow her too early. Neighborhood confidant lets her build network, build creativity, and build support. And then later, when she's an adult, we can pivot her to an eco innovator or politician as a narrative equation. Now, the real question is, what are her traits? Good, outgoing, and ambitious. All right, I'm saving her to the gallery because she's so perfect. I love her. This is one of the most interesting Sims I've ever come up with, to be honest with you. I'm genuinely fascinated by this and fascinated by some of the things that I said. I just think it's interesting. Of course, I am one of those people that doesn't mind using AI and understands what it's all about. You know what I mean? All right, we're starting a new season. Let me ask her. Early spring, she says. Let's figure out where we are going to live first. I feel like she's jumping ahead of herself a little bit. My first choice, Conifer Station. Where even is that? Conifer Station. I might need to move her in somewhere, and then it might be a non-buildable section, and then I can go to manage worlds. Where is it? Conifer Station, industrial core. Oh, this is where he, in one of these apartments. 2 and 1. Which one do we want? In Conifer Station, are you talking about? And she wants to move into this apartment, so we're moving into the apartment. What? No, no, no. Hold on. The apartment. Nice. She said she wanted to look over the apartment, so I'm going to send her a picture of her overlooking the balcony and all the sludge and whatnot, because that's their whole story arc. Trying to keep my GPT involved. I think that's important. Let's see. And then she, of course, remembered she needed to come back and water it. It's non confrontational, it's not policy, it's not knocking on doors, it's planting, it's establishing her philosophy. Change starts small and it starts at home. The next scene after that, she picks up a single piece of trash on her walk downstairs. Is there any trash? Oh God. Maybe. Look at her go. Getting her trash out like a baddie. So, for those of you who maybe weren't paying attention to my chat with ChatGPT, they basically wanted to walk me through a whole cinematic moment to really introduce the philosophy. And that's kind of what I've been talking about this whole time. So, I'm going to release this just as is, as a funny, my AI helped build whatever. But then I think I am gonna try to put together just that like 5, 6 second clip that it basically designed. And I think that that's interesting. So I don't know if I'll continue this series ever. I'm sure I'll play with the sim again. She's pretty badass. I don't know if I'll keep doing this, but if you like it, let me know. And that way, subscribe and everything. And then I know to keep doing it. So thank you guys. Have a good night.